Hello good day viewers. In this tutorial we are going to express the following trigonometric expressions into a single term. Alright, you can see them here 1, 2, 3. Let's start with the first one. Alright, here is the first one. We have cosecant theta minus cotangent theta multiplied by cosine theta. You should know that cosecant is the same thing as 1 divided by sine. So this is 1 divided by sine theta minus cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, right? Which is cosine theta divided by sine theta. You should note the difference between cotangent and tangent. If you have tangent theta, it is the same thing as sine theta divided by cosine theta. But cotangent is the reciprocal. You take cosine divided by sine. Then the whole of this multiplied by cosine theta, which we have here. Let's further simplify. This is equal to 1 divided by sine theta minus cosine times cosine is cosine squared theta. This is cosine squared theta divided by sine theta. You can see we have common denominators. Therefore, we have 1 minus cosine squared theta divided by sine theta. What you should remember about 1 minus cosine squared theta, remember if you have sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta, this is forever equal to 1. Therefore, sine theta or sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cosine squared theta. Instead of this 1 minus cosine squared theta, we can replace it with what? Sine squared theta. So finally, we have sine squared theta divided by sine theta, which is now equal to what? Sine theta only. So we have just written that expression into a single term. Now let us take the second problem. Here is the second problem. We have 1 minus sine theta multiplied by 1 plus sine theta. This is nothing but difference of two squares. If you have difference of two squares, you take the first term, you square that, you take the negative, the second term also squared, right? Which will give us 1 minus sine squared theta. And from this identity, which I have written here, you may decide to make cosine the subject. Cosine squared theta is now equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. And since we have 1 minus sine squared theta here, we can replace it with what? Cosine squared theta. And finally, the answer to this problem is cosine squared theta, just a single term. Now let us take the last one. All right, here is the last problem. Let's expand the two parentheses separately. You take the first term here, you square that, you have sine squared theta. You take minus, then 2 times this time, this will give us 2 sine theta cos theta. 2 sine theta cos theta. Then you take negative cos theta squared, which is positive cosine squared theta. Then the other parenthesis, plus, you take this, you square that, you have sine squared theta, plus 2 times the first term times the second term is 2 sine theta cos theta. Then cos theta squared is cosine squared theta, right? For cancellation, you can see that this and this will cancel because one is negative and the other one is positive. We have sine squared theta here, another sine squared theta here will give us what? 2 sine squared theta, plus we have cos squared theta here, we have another cos squared theta here, we have 2 cos squared theta. All of them contain 2 as a factor. You bring it out, 2 inside, you have sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta. Can you remember this identity? I have written it here already, which is what? Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta equal to 1. Therefore, the whole of this is nothing but 2 multiplied by 1, which is equal to 2. Final answer. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye-bye.